to the Phone Doctor's iPhone 5S versus 5C drop test. Now, as much as it pains me, and I'm sure it pains you, I don't really want to do this, okay? But it is so important that you know what you're buying and how nice it's going to keep looking after you make your purchase. And so the 5C, it's really important. How well is this going to hold up to drop test, okay? Because it has that new plastic candy shell that, to us, it's probably not going to be as durable as the 5S. There's a lot of flex in and around the side of the 5C. The 5S carries a lot of the same durability feature as the previous 5. And if you've seen our previous drop test from the iPhone 5 launch day, that thing could hold up to a beating. The only thing about the 5 series last year was the outer exterior, it really got marred up so bad. So we're really interested to see how these two phones match up. Just to make this really cool, we have a lot of slow motion cameras all around me, and we're going to do typical average drops, things that you experience on a daily basis. Hopefully you don't experience this, but if you do, go to Phone Doctors, because we want to make it real easy for you to fix your device and get back working nice and safely. So we're going to start. I'm going to hit record. We've got a slow-mo camera on the 5S, which is pretty cool, so we'll have that also recording. And the first one that we're going to do is we're going to start with the 5C, and it's just going to be the typical phone is in my lap when I'm sitting down. Think about maybe you're in a car or whatnot, and it fell down. There we go. So now let's do the same thing with the 5S. It's in my lap, and I got to get up. Okay, real quick, I'm going to pick these both up and take a look here. I'm looking all around the housing. Not one of them have one mark. Both of my screens are still looking perfect, and that's really good because we are on a concrete floor. So that's really great. I'm proud of the iPhone so far experience on the drop test. Now, a lot of girls, I think, do this more than guys, but what they do is they'll put the phone in their back pocket, and sometimes they miss it like that. And then I'm going to do the 5S. That one took a little bit better fall, so I'm going to reenact that with the 5C real quick because it hit my leg. Okay, let's pick both of these up and examine. I'm still not seeing one piece of damage anywhere, so that's really cool. I'm happy to say that they're holding up better than what we thought. Another typical way that you can drop your phone is going to be from an ear to shoulder conversation, and maybe your hands are full and stuff like that. All of a sudden, it just kind of falls down. So 5S turn. So one thing that just being here in studio right now, I can tell is the 5C. It's not making such a smack to the ground because it doesn't have a hard metal surface. Okay, now that brushed off. There's a little tiny nick on the side of the 5S, and a little. It's doing really fabulous. I gotta say, the 5C looks totally untouched, and the 5S just has one little tiny mark on it. Nothing that I would be concerned about. So that is really good. Okay. All right, the next test that we're going to do is a lot of people carry the phone in their shoulder pocket. I'm not wearing a shoulder pocket, but we'll just try to do our best reenactment of it. And I'll lean over. Same way. Okay. Examine. Still, everything is really good. They're holding up really great. You should be proud, iPhone lovers. Okay, we're going to step up our drop test a little bit more now, because sometimes you might be at a football game, your kid's football game, and your little kid has your phone, and you know they see their little brother score a touchdown, and they just throw them up. Okay, after the touchdown, we got a little bit of scuffing on the 5S. The 5C still doesn't have a scratch on it. So the coating that they have went with on the 5C is a really durable consistency of the plastic. Okay, so we've done several drops so far. We're going to take it outside to a little bit of exterior conditions with hard concrete, asphalt, gravel, that kind of thing. Even do a car drive-off. So so far, so good. I'm really proud of the durability feature of both of these phones, and especially the 5S. It has definitely gotten a whole lot tougher from the previous 5. So come on, let's go outside. Now we're outside, a little bit more tougher conditions, and we're going to reenact. You're sitting down for lunch, and maybe put it down in between my lap, starting with the 5C, and I'm just going to get up. Got it! Okay, 5C. No damage. I don't see still any scratching to the back housing. Okay, now 5S turn. Get up. 5S. Still looks good. Screen is still on. There's nothing broken. The housing is continually getting a little bit more marred up on the bottom side here and over here, but in the top. So it does mar up. The space gray definitely does a better job at hiding a lot of the damage marks and stuff like that. So space gray, I feel probably the most comfortable with. So now let's do a little bit more intense drop. I'm thinking it's going to be probably about a 96-inch drop. That's about 8 feet. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit more aggressive, but we'll see how they hold up. We're going to hold most of the drops in the brakes. They happen not by hitting face down, but by hitting on the corner, providing a big stress impact. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this exactly the same and drop it straight on 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was number 1, and here's number 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the 5S, it took a nice little gouge right there in the back corner. Still cosmetic. Screen's still intact. Screen still works. Screen still function. So 5S is a thumbs up. 5C, screen, everything's still working. Durability factor right there is really good on the screen. The housing, it almost, it just seems like these get a little bit more dented than really marred up. And so nothing that makes me go, oh, I can't believe that this thing scratches up and looks horrible, because I definitely don't have that impression. And that was about an 8-foot drop. So let's go ahead and go do a drive-off test. A lot of people sometimes, they put their phone up on their car because their hands are full, their phone up on their car and the hands are full, and they forget that they left their phone up there or their iPad or you name it. So let's go get that experience real quick. Come on. I'm gonna get in my car, and I decided that I'm not gonna put it on the top of my car because I really don't want to scratch my car up, but we'll put it on the back of my trunk. I feel safe with that, and I'm just gonna kind of give it a little bit of gas, and these suckers are gonna fall off, and we'll see what kind of impact it does. Okay? Set them up like that. Did a lot of crazy things there, I know. It's not the way that we like to do things, but again, this is a reminder. We want to show you which one is durable, which one is going to be your best investment, okay? And not only did I drive off with it and it fell off and hit the asphalt, but I backed up over at least the blue one, and I'm going to do the same thing with the 5S. The screen still on, everything's still working. Even there's not really even any big scratches or anything on the screen. The housing, just a couple little areas that are dented in, but I would still be proud to say my phone is in good condition. And the 5S, that is still looking like everything is working too. The housing, not any more marred up than what it was doing the 8-foot drop. So I'm really happy about these phones, you guys. You guys will be getting a good investment on this. Okay. A little bit more aggressive. We're going to raise the bar up a little bit, and I'm just going to .5S, everything's still good. Screen has not dislodged. But
or 5C. Okay, 5S, our first break. The back glass around the camera and flash, that did shatter, and you know, so that would need to be repaired, and more marring on the housing. So so far to say, the 5C is holding up a little bit better than the 5S. It's probably due to the plastic housing. Let's do one more drop. This time I'm probably going to throw it up against the building, so it's going to get a double whammy off the building, off the ground. So here we go, you guys. Now, nobody drops their phone like that, okay? So, but what we need to do to show you is take it to the extreme to see how hard these things can take falls and keep on ticking. The 5S, the screen, everything is still working. Yes! But now our back glass on the bottom is also broke. These are really quick and easy fixes. You know, you take a heat gun or a blow dryer, heat these up, take a special tool that we would provide you on phonedoctors.com, and just get the replacement glass pieces for the back. Really simple job that you can do it yourself, because we are really the pros on doing DIY kits for you, so that wouldn't be very expensive at all. Here's the 5C, and bam, that is not what we wanted to see, but now you would want to be an owner of the 5S, because the screen is the most expensive part of a phone, okay, when it breaks. You can always take these back to the Apple store, and they have an Apple Care Protection Plan and all that jazz, but not everybody lives around an Apple store, and so you could buy a replacement screen from a place like Phone Doctors with all the tools and stuff like that, and really simple do-it-yourself instructions to replace this. But unfortunately, you know, this thing would need to be repaired, and you would probably be looking at maybe about 150 bucks or so to get this sucker back up and running. And not a bad investment, because still the whole exterior housing still looks good, so you'd be proud of it. Definitely worth fixing and keep on using. And I think that's where we're going to conclude our drop test. Both of them are really great devices. They held up extremely well. I'm proud to I'd be proud to be an owner of either one of these, and it's just nice to know that you have friends at Phone Doctors that can help you out in the worst case scenarios. So thanks for tuning in today. Now click in the link below so you can see some repair videos, and you'll be proud to know that you can do it yourself. Thanks from Phone Doctors. 3, 2, 1.